Howling time. Welcome everyone to another episode of It's Howling Time with the Howling Wolf. Here gonna give you selections for December 15th, 2019. The track's gonna be Remington Park. Race number 12 is to be the Remington Springboard Mile Stakes for 2-year-olds for a $400,000 purse plus points for the Kentucky Derby. We got a field of 12 running. We're going to have your money line favorite, which is going to be the number 4, Answer In, at money line odds at 5-2. I'm going to be giving you my 2 top selections plus possibly 2 horses to watch. For my top selection, I'm going to be going with the number 3, Rowdy Yates. At morning line odds at 7-2 is by a morning line out of a Yes It's True mare. Last time ran November 15th at Remington Park, going a mile distance on a fast track in the D McNeil Stakes for $75,000. Was able to win that race by 4 3/4 lengths. Was stalked in bid and ran off inside the middle, and right around that turn blew away, was first and never looked back. The time before that, it ran on October 18th at Remington Park on a fast track, going 6 furlongs in the Oklahoma Juvenile Stakes for a $100,000 purse. Was able to get first by 2 1/4 lengths. Stalked and right around to the near the backstretch, was able to get first and never looked back around the stretch and drove a long way. The time before that, it ran in September 14th at Churchill Downs, going a mile and 1/16 distance on a fast track in a $200,000 stakes race, grade 3. Was able to get 5th by 7 1/4 lengths. Was off the rail, went quartered in the bid, and just got tired into the stretch. The workouts have been on November 25th at Remington Park, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 52.01 seconds breezing. Was the 11th best out of the 15 workouts that day. Then worked out on December 2nd at Remington Park, going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did in 1 minute 1 second 0.09 seconds handily. Was the 3rd best out of the 8 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on December 10th at Remington Park, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 49.65 seconds handily. Was the 4th best out of the 7 workouts that day. What I see here is keeping Richard Aramia aboard. Has won the last aboard him the last 2 times with over maybe 7 to 8 lengths in the 2 races. One long at the mile at this distance and one in a shorter distance. So he knows how to get him into position well, and the horse will be running on right into that stretch and get a good win in this stakes race. And also some great points for the start of the Kentucky Derby points. And you'll get the paid fee for the Oklahoma Derby of next year. So what I see here with this one, the stretch out has some great fractions. You know how to again, like I said, Richard Romeo knows how to get this horse in position, which is this horse is also 2-4-2 over at Remington Park, and on the dirt is 4-4-6. Has a 100 number speed figure for the whole time it's ran on the dirt. Has been 90 speed figures in the last 2 races. that it's been into. With the jockey trainer combo, it is 20%. And in stakes is at 18%. So you'll see this one coming on strong late. And for my top selection again, it is the number 3, Rowdy Yates, at morning line odds at 7-2. Now for my second choice. It is going to be the number 8, Emboldum, at morning line odds at 9-2. Emboldum is by the factor out of a Lionheart mare. Last time ran on November 9th at Aqueduct on a firm turf. Was going 6 furlongs. And got in the Atlanta Beach Stakes for a $100,000 purse. Got second by a length and 3/4. Got bumped and blocked inside. Had to alter and had to go outside to get that good second into the stretch for the second place. Before that, it ran on October 6th at Belmont Park on a firm turf, going 6 furlongs in the Fraternity Grade 3 Stakes for a $150,000 purse. Was able to get third by 3.5 lengths. Had to go 2 to 3 wide around that turn, and then had to go another length wide into the upper stretch to get that third place. And was almost tiring out, and almost what I got fourth at that time. The time before that ran on September 7th at Colonial Downs on a firm turf, going 5.5 furlongs in the Jamestown Stakes for a $100,000 purse. Was able to win that race by 3.25 lengths. Was in the rail, was in the pace, and drove in all the way through to get that win. The workouts have been on November 24th at the fairgrounds, going 4 furlongs. Did it in 49.80 seconds breezing. Was the 29th best out of the 89 workouts that day. Then worked out on December 1st at the fairgrounds, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 51.40 seconds breezing. Was the 75th best out of the 93 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on December 7th at the fairgrounds, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 48.60 seconds breezing. Was the 15th best out of the 92 workouts that day. Well, I see with this one, with him, it's getting Brian Hernandez aboard, which is a plus. He knows how to ride well. What needs to be done here is that it's stretching back out. May like to stretch out in distance. Has a pedigree for it. Will know how to run it well. Has been winning in short distance by long distance, so it needs the extra ground. Will need to also. Well, if this one, it'll be on the dirt this time. The last time it ran on the dirt was back in July of last year and got second with Paco Lopez aboard, but got bumped. So this horse has issues with bumps and getting bumped around the start or even during the race. So with this one, need a good clean trip. Need to show its ability. It's like I say, it's getting Brian Hernandez aboard from Joe Rosario, which was aboard the last 2 times. What needed to stretch out would be great. And if nothing happens and gets a good clean start, you see this one coming on great fast around that stretch until the second turn. Should get that great ability to show its what it has in the speed. Has some good fractions at the shorter distance, but let's see what happens. May need to hold it off a back a little bit for going longer and see what happens. So again, for my second choice in the Remington Springboard Mile, it is the number 8 Embolden at morning line odds at 9-2. And now I'm going to be giving you 2 horses to watch. The first horse to watch is going to be the number 1, Piece of Work. Piece of Work is morning line odds is at 12-1. It is by Lori's Rocket out of a El Corredor mare. The only time it ran was back in November 15th at Remington Park on a fast track going 6 furlongs, going for maiden special weight of $33,000. Was able to get first, was the pace, set the pace, and was driving along all the way through by 6.5 lengths. It's keeping Luis Quinones is staying aboard, but with this stretch out in distance, should be a great help and knows the well. The workouts have been on October 29th at Remington Park. Did it in 5 furlongs in 1 minute 2 seconds, 0.62 seconds handily. Was the 21st best out of 42 workouts that day. Then the workout after that was on November 9th at Remington Park, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Was 47.76 seconds handily. Was the best out of the 77 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on December 3rd at Remington Park, going 7 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute 31.71 seconds handily. Was the best out of the 2 workouts that day. With this stretch out in distance, should be a great help. It's keeping Luis Quinones, will know how to get him into position well. We need to just set off and not be a pace setter, but maybe lay off a little bit since it's going longer distance to save and conserve the horse's energy for that around the second turn to the stretch is where he'll need to start making his move, I believe. So again, for my horse to watch in the Remington Springboard Mile Stakes, it is the number 1 Piece of Work at morning line odds at 12-1. For my second horse to watch, it is going to be the number 10 Maxa Milano at morning line odds at 5-1. Is by Quality Road out of a Luis Couture's mare. Last time ran October 19th at Keeneland on a fast track going 6 furlongs for a maiden special weight of $71,000. Was able to get first by a head. Was a pace setter, laid back a bit and regaining gamely into the stretch to get that win. The time before that it was on September 2nd at Saratoga on a sloppy track going 5.5 furlongs for a maiden special weight of $90,000. Was able to get second by line lengths. Was bumped at the start, had the lug out and go wide into the turn and get that second with Jose Ortiz aboard. The workouts have been November 19th at Keeneland on going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute 0.80 seconds breezing. Was the best out of the 4 workouts that day. the other time was on November 26th at Keeneland, going 5 furlongs on a fast track, did it in 1 minute, 0.02 seconds, breezing, was the best out of the 3 workouts that day. And for the last time it worked out was on December 4th at Turfway Park, going 5 furlongs on a fast track, did it in 1 minute, 0.02.60 seconds, breezing, was the 3rd best out of the 25 workouts that day. Well, I see with this one to be my second horse to watch. It's face tougher than my other horse to watch, but it has the ability to be one of the pace setters. So you may see him being a pace setter, but I believe that with what is getting Martin Garcia aboard, will need to lay off a bit from being the pace setter and maybe lay off a bit to let another horse try to get the lead to be in the pace. You may see like the favorite, or also pretty much that's around it. The favorite would probably be one of the other to try to fight for the pace. But with this one, you may need to see him just set off a little bit, maybe save and conserve that energy for that extra turn to go off fast. Maybe even go off right in that first turn to start making the move a little bit, maybe halfway, to get up in there, to also maybe get up there for a chance at a great price to get the win or even be in the exotics. So for what I see here, with that's what needs to be done. The jockey trainer aboard is at 25%, and in the stakes is at 24%. The trainer is Wesley Ward, which Wesley Ward knows how to get horses well into position for a great chance at prize money and also for anything. He does everything well. So again, for my second horse to watch, it is the number 10, Maxa Milano, at morning line odds at 5-1. Again, for my top selection, it is the number 3, Rowdy Yates, at morning line odds at 7-2. My second choice is the number 8, Embolden, at 9-2. My first horse to watch is the number 1, Piece of Work, at morning line odds at 12-1. And my second horse to watch, it is the number 10, Maxa Milano, at morning line odds at 5-1. And remember, when you're cashing with the wolf, it's howling time. Good luck, everyone, and let's make that money. Stay tuned for more episodes, and please follow me so you can hear each time that I do another episode of Picking Horses. Good luck, everyone, and let's make that money.